Thank you for joining me today for this video. My name is Edward Mears. I'm a prevention specialist for Preferred Family Healthcare Prevention Department. And I wanted to take a moment to tell you about the data that we analyzed from the Missouri student data for the service area 14, which includes Adair, Shelby, Knox, Scotland, Schuyler, Macon, Marion, Lewis, and Clark counties. From the data we gathered and analyzed, we determined that alcohol is the leading problem in the service area compared to prescription drugs, marijuana, and tobacco here in 2020. 5.7% of the youth in the service area believe their parents would approve of them drinking. That goes to the community norms, the idea that parents don't mind that they'll sit down and have a beer with their kids. In the past 30 days, 10.3% of the youth have had alcohol. That data set tells us that these are the kids that are drinking regularly. They're drinking within several times in a month. The average age that a youth in the service area is trying alcohol is 12 years old. The state average for alcohol is 13.2%. So we're an entire year younger here in the service area than the entire state. The past 30-day use has decreased, however, from 14.3% in 2018 to 10.3% in 2020. So we're making a little bit of headway there on those regular drinkers. The age of first use in the service area has decreased from 13.5% 2 years ago to 12%, so kids are trying alcohol younger and younger now than they were. 45.3% of youth in the area say it would be easy for them to get alcohol. That's half the kids that were surveyed almost that are saying they can go out and find alcohol right now. 17.3% of youth say their friends would approve of them using alcohol. So it's not embarrassing to them. Their friends think it's cool, what have you. 39.9% of youth say that there's no risk in drinking alcohol. They think it's a safe substance. There's no reason not to do it. The ease of availability has decreased by 6.8% in the past 2 years, so we're doing a good job of at least trying to keep it away from them. Peer approval for the area is 2.2% higher than the state average, so we do have a little bit of work to do there to get down below the state average. The risk of harm is going up in the last 2 years. So that's the number of youth that say there's no risk at all. So 5.4% of youth that didn't think so 2 years ago do think it's safe to drink now. Some of the strategies that we recommend to try and help combat these numbers, to try and reduce these numbers, are these 7 strategies: providing information, enhancing skills, providing support for prevention activities, enhancing access/reducing barriers, changing consequences, changing physical design, making environmental changes, and modifying, changing, and developing policies. And I'm going to just give you a few tips on how you can do each one of these. So providing information is pretty straightforward. That means talk to your kids, get pamphlets, put up billboards, do commercials, whatever you have to do. Go to a community meeting, a town hall meeting, or city council meeting, stand up and talk about the problem. The next thing you can do is enhancing skills. So teaching kids how to say no, teaching parents how to recognize signs, doing workshops, things like that to achieve those community level changes. Providing support for prevention activities. This is basically going out and helping to put on these activities, whether it's through funding, whether it's through your time, whatever the activity may need. If you can help, give a hand. Enhancing access to better things to do, basically, giving access to transportation, giving access to housing, getting them away from the substances, reducing barriers to help, reducing barriers to new activities that they could be doing besides substances is another way to help out. So changing consequences, this could be for both the person using the substance and the person selling the substance. If retailers are selling to youth, let's raise the fines. Let's do something to make it hurt a little more whenever they break the law, whenever they don't do the checks the way they're supposed to do them. However, if they are doing them and they're doing a great job, let's recognize that retailer for that. Let's do a video ad or something saying this retailer has passed every single compliance check. They're doing great work. They're not selling to minors. Changing the physical design and making environmental changes. This is a kind of like, don't put candy right next to the beer. Don't put the soda in the same place as the beer. Get the retailers to separate these things as far as possible. So when a youth goes into a convenience store, then they don't have to be anywhere near the alcohol to get the things that they're there for. And the last one is advocacy. Just go out and talk to your city council. Go out and talk to your mayor. Go talk to your senators, your representatives, whoever you need to talk to about changing the laws and making new policies, whether that's, that you can't go into a bar unless you're a certain age. And the final strategy that I recommend is to join a community coalition. Join the people that are already doing the work and give a hand. If you don't know who that is in your community, send me an email. Let me know, and I'll get you connected with the right people so that you can get out there and help us reduce these numbers. Thank you.